Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This second lecture of week 11 for the course Applied Linear Algebra is the continuation of my previous video lecture. In the previous video lecture, we have learned about the scalar triple product of vectors. And vector product and scalar product we have already discussed in the previous week. So today we are going to learn about the applications of vector product and scalar product. What are the applications of vector product and scalar product? Application of vector product, scalar product and scalar triple product. Cross product of two vectors denote the area of a triangle. The area of a triangle is given by 1/2 magnitude of A cross B vector, where A and B are two adjacent sides, two adjacent vectors of a triangle. So suppose we have a triangle. You see over here, I want to tell you about the cross product application. Suppose this is a triangle A, B and C. This is a triangle. We have a triangle. Suppose this is vector A. You see over here, this is actually suppose vector A, and this is vector B. This is vector B. So these two vectors are adjacent vectors, and this is vector C, suppose. So the cross product of two adjacent sides, we can use these two adjacent sides, and we can use also these two adjacent sides. So this is a triangle, and the triangle determined by three vectors A, B and C. I consider these two vectors. Suppose these are the adjacent two vectors. So the magnitude of the cross product of any two adjacent sides of a triangle divided by 2 give the area of a triangle. If we divide the magnitude of the cross product of any two adjacent vectors of the triangle by 2, then we obtain area of a triangle. For example, we have to calculate the area of a triangle OAB. Suppose we have a triangle OAB, where O is the origin and the coordinates of A and B are 2, 3 and -3, 4 respectively. We have a vector A whose coordinate is 2, 3 and vector B coordinate actually these are the points, and we can say that this is a vectors 2, 3 and -3, 4 respectively. So the cross product but dear students, note that actually there are 3 points OAB, 3 vertices, 3 coordinates, 3 vertices. O is the origin and other vertices A and B whose coordinates are 2, 3 and -3, 4 respectively. So to find the area of the triangle, which is given by the formula, the cross product of two vectors to any two adjacent sides, magnitude of the cross product of any two adjacent sides of the triangle divided by 2 give area of triangle. So in this case, first of all, find vector A. Vector A is OA. So any vector defined by 2 points, OA actually equal to A minus O. Origin has the coordinate 0, 0. You see over here, this is the origin, and this origin has the coordinate 0 and 0. Okay, so this vector has two coordinates O, 0, 0. These are the coordinates of vertex O. In the coordinates of the point A is 2, 3. The coordinates of the point -3, 4. So suppose we have this vertex represent O, this vertex represent A, okay, and this vertex represented by capital B. So first of all, find vector A. Vector A is defined by OA. So OA mean A minus O. A minus O. Subtract these coordinates from these coordinate. We obtain vector A 2I plus 3j. And this vector B represented by, suppose, OB. No B is here. Suppose no B is here. OB. OB mean B minus O. So subtract O from vector B. Subtract this point O from this point B. We obtain minus 3I plus 4j. So dear students, in this question, in this example, note that any vector defined by 2 points is given by, suppose we have a vector defined by OA. Actually O is a point, A is also a point. So vector defined by these 2 points, OA, this is a vector symbol. Vector defined by 2 points is equal to A minus O. Subtract the coordinates of O points from the coordinates of the A points. We obtain vector A. This is actually vector A. So vector defined by any 2 points is given by the subtraction of this point from this point. OA mean A minus O, OB mean B minus O. So vector defined by 2 points, subtract OA, A minus O, subtract this final point from this initial point. We obtain the components of the vector. So now to find the determinant, to find A cross B by using the determinant. In the determinant, the first row contain I, j, k, and in the second row there will be the component of vector A, and in the third component there will, in the third row there will be the component of vector B. I have already told you in the previous slide, in the previous video lecture, that we can find the cross product of 2 vectors by using a simple determinant. So expand this determinant by third column. Suppose by third column we obtain delete the first row and third column, and k into 2 3 minus 3 4 2 4 the 8 plus 9 17k. So this is the cross product of 2 vectors A and B. Now taking the magnitude of this vector, we obtain 17, and 17 divided by 2, we will obtain the area of the triangle determined by the points O, A and B, and the area is now 8.5. Now another example, the coordinates of the points A, B and C are 1 2 0, 2 minus 1 5, and 0 3 0. These are the coordinates of the points A, B and C. So to find the area of the triangle ABC, first of all, no, triangle is defined by the points. You see over here, this is a triangle. Triangle defined by the points by the points A, B and C. Suppose we here point A, and this is the point B, and this is the point C. We obtain a vector, we obtain a triangle determined by the points A, B, C. So first of all, find any 2 adjacent vectors. Suppose A, B represent vector A. First of all, find vector A, which is defined by 2 points A, B. A, B mean B minus A. So subtract the components of vector A from vector B. This is actually vector B. This is actually vector A, and this is vector B. 2 minus 1 I plus minus 1 minus 2j plus 5 minus 0 k. So vector A is equal to I minus 3j plus 5k. Now find vector B. First of all, find any 2 adjacent vectors, because the area of the triangle is equal to the magnitude of the cross product of any 2 adjacent sides of the triangle divided by 2. So first of all, find 2 adjacent vectors. Here vectors defined by the points. In this question, points are given, vectors are not given. So first of all, find the vectors determined by 2 points. Suppose AB vector represent this, represent small a, and BC vector represent small b. So first of all, find vector a, which is equal to b minus a, and from b minus a we obtain I minus 3j plus 5k. And now find another adjacent vector b, which is defined by point b and c. So b is equal to bc vector, so c minus b, subtract c minus b, c minus b, subtract the components of vector b from the components of vector c. This is the component this is the component of vector b, and this is the component of vector c. So b minus c, subtract c components from b components. 0 minus 2 and 3 minus minus 1 and 0 minus 5, we obtain vector b as minus 2i plus 4j minus 5k. Now first of all, find the cross product of these two vectors a and b. For the cross product, the first row contain I, j, k, second row contain the components of vector a, 1 minus 3 5, and third row contain the components of vector b, minus 2 4 minus 5. Now by using determinant, we obtain the cross product of these these two vectors, minus 5i minus 5j minus 2k. Now find the magnitude of this vector, 25 plus 25 plus 4 square root, and the square root of 25 plus 25 plus 4 divided by 2, we obtain the area 3.67. Now another example, given the points p, q and r. First of all, in this example there are three parts. Part A, find a vector orthogonal to plane through these points. This statement means that find the cross product of two adjacent sides. Then the cross product is orthogonal to that vectors. And for the part B, find the area of the parallelogram. Find the magnitude of the cross product of that adjacent vectors. This will be actually the parallelogram area. And part C, find the area of the triangle PQR. So for part A, the plane containing the given points will have the vectors PQ and PR as adjacent sides. Suppose PQ and PR are the adjacent sides. So the vectors connecting PQ is equal to PQ. PQ mean Q minus P, and Q minus P means subtract the components of P points from the Q points. We obtain minus 1, minus 0, comma 3, minus 2, comma 4 minus 0, and the components now minus 1, 5 and 4. Now the vector connected P and R points is PR. PR mean R minus P. R minus P mean subtract the components of P points from the components of R. We obtain 3 minus 0, comma 0 minus 2 and 6 minus 0. We obtain the components 3, 2 and 6. So the vector orthogonal to the plane will be the vectors orthogonal to PQ and PR, which is precisely the cross product. We have already discussed that the cross product of two vectors, from the cross product of two vectors, actually we obtain a vector, and the vector will be perpendicular to both this vector and this vector. Thus find the cross product of vector PQ and vector PR by using determinant. First row contain ijk, second row contain the components of PQ vector, and third row contain the components of PR vectors. And now by expanding by first row, we obtain I into determinant 4 5 4 2 6 minus j determinant minus 1 4 3 6 plus k determinant minus 1 5 and 3 2. So by expanding these 2 by 2 determinant, 2 5 into 6 minus 2 into 4 minus j minus 1 into 6 minus 4 into 3 plus k minus 1 into 2 minus 5 into 3. So we obtain 22i plus 18j minus 17k. So this is the vector which is orthogonal to both PQ and PR. So this is the solution of part A. Now to find the area of the parallelogram with the vectors PQ and PR as its adjacent sides, especially the length of the cross product of these two vectors that we calculate in part A. In part A, we have already calculated the cross product of PQ and PR, 22i plus 18j minus 17k. Now find the magnitude of this vector. We will obtain the area of the parallelogram. So 22 square plus 18 square plus minus 17 square root, and after taking the square, we obtain 484 plus 324 plus 289, and this is equal to square root of 1097, which is equal to approximately 33.1 square unit. Now part C, to find the area of the triangle determined by the points PQR, and PQR represent exactly 1/2 of the area of the parallelogram. Actually, triangle is a half parallelogram. So the area divide the area of a parallelogram by 2, we will obtain the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle PQR is actually equal to half of the area of the parallelogram. So the area of parallelogram is equal to the magnitude of the cross product of any two adjacent sides. We have already found the area of the parallelogram in part B. So the area of the parallelogram divided by 2 is equal to 16.6, and this is the area of the triangle determined by the points PQR. Now this is the application of parallelepiped scalar triple product to find the volume of the parallelepiped, and we have already discussed these points, that the volume of the parallelepiped is determined by the scalar triple product of 3 vectors. So to find the volume of the parallelepiped formed by the vectors A, B and C, where vector A is equal to I plus 2j plus 2k, and vector B is equal to minus 2i plus j plus 2k, and C is equal to minus I minus 3j plus 3k. So the volume of the parallelepiped is formed by the scalar triple product A dot B cross C, and the scalar triple product can be found by using a determinant. The first row contain the components of vector A, second row contain the components of vector B, third row contain the component of vector C, and after expanding this determinant we obtain 31, and this is the volume of the parallelepiped. Now another example, to find the volume of the parallelepiped determined by the vectors A, whose components are 1, 4, 7, vector B components 2, 1, 4, vector C components 0, 9 and 18. So dear students, try yourself for this question to find the volume of the parallelepiped determined by the vectors A, B, C. Using simple determinant, you can find the volume of the parallelepiped. Now use the scalar triple product to show that vector A, B and C are coplanar. We have already discussed in the previous video lecture that when the scalar triple product is 0, then the vector will be coplanar, mean volume is actually 0, and the vector will be coplanar. Coplanar mean the vector lies in the same plane. So in this question, the scalar triple product A dot B cross C determined by the determinant, and which is equal to 0. If we expand this determinant, we will obtain the result is equal to 0. So the vectors are coplanar. Now example number 7, OPQR is a rectangle. The length of OR is 10, and the length of the RQ is 4. The length of OS is 8, and O is inclined at 30 degree to the vertical. Calculate the volume of this parallelepiped. This is the volume. This is the parallelepiped. We have to find the volume of the parallelepiped. The volume is given by A dot B cross C. In this case, we may take vector A 10i vector B minus 4k, and vector C is equal to 8 sine 30i plus 8 cos 30j. So the volume is equal to A dot B cross C. Vector A has the component 10 0 0, and vector B has the component 0 0 minus 4, and vector C has the component 4. First of all, find sine 30, and the value of sine 30 multiplied by 8 we obtain 4, and the value of cos 30 multiplied by 8 we obtain 6.93, and in the third component here k is 0, so this is equal to 0. Now expanding this determinant, we will obtain the volume of this paper will be equal to 227.2. Dear students, in this example you see over here that the length of the OR vector, OR suppose vector A whose component is 10, and RQ is another vector B whose component is 4, and the length of OS is 8, and OS is inclined at 30 degree to the vertical. You see over here in this vector OS is inclined to the vertical. OS is inclined to the vertical. So OS is the vector C. Suppose OS is a vector C, and you see over here OR and RQ. OR, this is OR, OR and RQ. OR and RQ, and this is OS, OS, OR and OQ. You see over here OR, RQ. OR vector A whose component is 10, RQ is vector B whose component is minus 4k. The component of OR is 10i. The component of RQ is equal to minus 4k, and the component of OS is equal to 8 sine 30i plus 8 cos 30j. So this is vector C. Now to find that scalar triple product of these vectors, you see over here the scalar triple product is equal to 277.2, and this is the volume of the parallelepiped. So dear students, in this lecture we have discussed the application of vector products: cross product, scalar product and scalar triple product. The cross product of two vectors, the magnitude of the cross product of two vectors divided by 2 actually give the area of the triangle if the vector represents any two adjacent sides of the triangle, and the magnitude of the cross product of two adjacent sides is equal to the area of the parallelogram. If we divide this result, you see over here, if we divide this result, in the previous slide you see over here, this is a very simple example. If we divide this result by 2, then this is the area of the triangle, and if we do not divide this result by 2, then the expression gives the area of the parallelogram. And the volume of the parallelepiped is determined by the scalar triple product. So this is the application of the scalar triple product. And the volume of the tetrahedron A dot B cross C divided by 6 is equal to volume of the tetrahedron, and the volume of the parallelepiped is given by A dot B cross C, and A dot B cross C can be found by using a simple determinant. Similarly, we can find the cross product of two vectors by using determinant. So these are the applications of the vector product, scalar product and scalar triple product. And now this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.